Hello and welcome back to my channel and my Facebook page Accountancy Step by Step. I am an MCOM postgraduate, experienced guest lecturer in Government College. Since 2008 working in the corporate finance profile. With the help of my YouTube channel and my Facebook page, I am teaching you accountancy. So stay connected. Stay safe at home and study with me. So today we will cover one more unsolved numerical or final account with adjustment. Let's start quickly. Welcome back again. Today we are going to resolve this number 13 numerical. I have just randomly picked it. Okay, so in this also we will have to prepare the trading profit and loss account and then balance sheet. So this is the trial balance. These are the adjustment entries. Okay, so first of all I'm going to prepare the trading account as suggested. We will take adjustment entries first of all into consideration. So I'm just preparing the trading account and first of all I'm just putting all these adjustment entries, okay, to avoid any mess. So first of all closing stock is given over here. So by closing stock, so closing stock if given in the adjustment entries we'll have to put two side. One is in the trading account and another one will be in the balance sheet, 20,000 rupees. Now the next one we'll have to find out if anything is related to trading account. Interest, P&L portion, interest, P&L portion, wages outstanding. Wages is always a part of this direct expenses or the trading account. So to wages, if something is outstanding, it means that is related to this accounting period. This is an expense, right? 11215, and something is outstanding, so it means we have not yet paid, that is still outstanding, but yes, that is related to this accounting period. It means we'll have to add it back. And 50 rupees is outstanding, that is related to this accounting period, we'll have to add it here. And one more thing, we will have to put it in the liability side because we'll have to make the payment of this. We have not yet made the payment, so this is done. Outstanding salary is the part of P&L. Depreciation, P&L part. This also provision for doubtful debts is the P&L part. So adjustment entries are done. Now next what we'll have to write down, first of all opening stock. Let's find out where is the opening stock given. So opening stock is here, 42,300 to opening stock, 42,300. Next one is start from the top, purchase, to purchase, and we'll have to write down the net purchases. So 45,000. Out of this we'll have to deduct the purchase return. So if purchase balance is debit, so purchase returns balance is always credit. Returns are here mentioned, 1440 will be the return. This the balances will be opposite. Purchase is always debit, return will always credit. So this will be my purchase return, 1440. If I will deduct, then I will find out the net purchase, 45,000 minus 1440. Okay, so 43560 is the purchase. Now sales by sales. Sales also we will have to put the net balance. So 112,500. Out of this we will have to deduct the returns. So again, if the return sales balance is always credit, so return balance will always debit. 2385 I will deduct it. If I will deduct it, then I will find out the net sales, 112500 minus 2385. So this will come my net sales. Salary, commission, profit and loss, carriage. Carriage is the part of trading account, right? Carriage is a part of trading account. Carriage outward is a part of profit and loss account. So here outward is given. So this will be the part of trading account, 2700. This is the direct expense. Carriage inward and carriage both will be the part of direct expenses or the trading account. Plant and machinery assets, furniture asset, opening stock we have done. Insurance premium, that's an expense, will go in the profit and loss account. Interest, this is received, so that will again revenue will go in the profit and loss account. Indirect revenue, bank overdraft, balance sheet item. Rent, wages we have already done. Returns we have done. Carriage outwards a part of P&L account. Debtor status, general expense. Octroi, yes, octroi is a direct expense. Octroi, fuel, all these type of items, gas, are the direct expenses and will go in the trading account. So this is 530. Now all set. Now I am just going to calculate my gross profit. Okay, now I'm just adding all these items and then all the debits will deduct from the credit side because credit side is more, right? So what I will get, equal to this amount minus this total. This will be my gross profit. 29760. 29760 is my gross profit. Now we can add it just to match if the debit and credit sides are equal. So both are equal and this will be my gross profit, right? So this gross profit will go further where this net profit will go further in the profit and loss account. So let's prepare quickly the profit and loss account also. P&L account. First of all, I am writing down here is GP, gross profit, 29760. Now what we will do, we will work on the adjustment portion first. Interest on capital. Capital is always what? Capital is always credit balance. So interest on capital is our expenses. That will be my debit. Profit and loss account, to interest on capital. That's an expense for the business. We will have to pay interest on also to the proprietor with the capital. So 10% interest on capital. How much is the capital? Capital is 67500. So 67500, I need to charge 10%. So equal to this amount multiplied by 10%. This is my interest on capital, right? Next one is interest on drawing. So drawing is always with the debit balance, okay, or just opposite to the capital. So interest on drawing will go in the credit side, okay, by interest on drawings. So both the treatments, capital and drawings, will be just opposite or vice versa to each other. Interest on drawings 5%. So let's find out where is the drawing. Drawing is 19530. 19530. Now I am going to charge 5% on it. 19530. Interest on drawing is 5%. Equal to this amount multiplied by 5%. So this is interest on drawings, right? Now let's look for another adjustment. Outstanding salary. Outstanding word is basically that's a liability for any expense which we have not yet paid. That will go in the liability side, and other thing we'll have to add it back because that is related to this accounting period. We have not yet made the payment, right? So let's find out where is the salary. Salary is here, 25470. To salary, 25470, and outstanding salary is, I guess, 20 rupees only. 20. Salary is 25470 and outstanding salary is 20 rupees. 20 rupees he is not yet paid. So we will add both. 25490, right? 25490 is my total salary of this accounting period. Now the next one is provided depreciation of 5%. So depreciation is again the expense for the business. To depreciation, we always charge it on the fixed assets, tangible assets 5%. Plant and machinery, so let's find out where is the plant and machinery. Plant and machinery amount is 27,000. So we will charge further 5% amount on the depreciation, 27,000. Now I am going to charge 5%. Depreciation is equal to this multiply by 5%, right? This is my depreciation. Next adjustment, make a 5% provision on debtors. Provision on debtors. So nothing more is given over here. We just focus on the bad debts or the debtors. Bad debts are given here. No bad debts are given. Debtors are given. Where is it? Debtors. These are the debtors. Debtors are 36,000. So on 36,000, here I am writing down new provision. 32,000, I guess. Yeah, 36,000. On which I am going to charge provision. So 36,000 is my debtors and 5% new provision I need to charge equal to this 36,000 multiplied by 5%. So this is my new provision for bad debts. This is all set. Very few adjustment entries are given over here. Now let's continue with this trial balance entries. No, this is not done. Salary and commission. Salary we have already done. So commission. Okay. See, this is debit salaries. So commission is given in the credit side. So this will be my revenues. I need to write down here by commission. This is receiving. Okay, 1575. Now the next one, carriage already done. Plant and machinery, furniture. These are balance sheet item. Insurance premium. This is an expense 2700. So insurance 2700. Now interest given in the credit side. Interest. How much is this? This is receiving. Interest received 7425. Bank overdraft, balance sheet item, rent and taxes, expenses 2160. 2160. Okay, wages already done, returns done, carriage outward, that's an expense, indirect expense 1485. Carriage outwards 1485. Debtors creditors balance sheet item, general expenses 6975. 6975. Octroi done. Investment is the part of assets, so that's an asset. So that's it for profit and loss account. Let's calculate quickly the net profit. What we will get here till gross profit. The total is this. Now I'm just going to calculate this one also. Debit side. In debit side we are receiving this amount. So see now, which one is more? Debit or the expenses are more than the revenues. It means we will get gross loss. Okay, so gross loss will be this amount minus this amount. In this case, gross loss of this amount 8973. You can balance it later in your own way, but yes, this amount we will get. This will go further. We will have to deduct it from the capital portion of balance sheet. Now for balance sheet, stay tuned. I will upload the balance sheet in the next upcoming videos. Okay, so just subscribe my YouTube channel with the name of Accountancy Step by Step. Click on the bell icon to get the notification once I will upload the next topic. Also follow my Facebook page with the name of Accountancy Step by Step. Don't forget to share the link with the accountancy students also. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Please subscribe my YouTube channel Accountancy Step by Step and click on the bell icon to get the notification once I will upload the next topic. Also, you can follow me on my Facebook page Accountancy Step by Step. I am uploading all the videos there also. I will see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye.